Hi, it's Sandra with Brew City Thrifts. Today I am at the Goodwill of Mukwonago. It is a Friday after work, and it's really going to have to be a power thrift because I only have about half an hour, 45 minutes to do my shopping. So let's get in there and see what kind of damage we can do in a short amount of time. Let's hit it. I go right to the tchotchke aisle because I don't have a lot of time and I'm thinking, let's find some figurines. So I do a scan, and the first thing that really draws my attention is this stylized abstract. I'm going to say it's a bear. It has a shape of some Native American fetishes that I've seen before. It's ceramic, but it also looks contemporary. Next to it is this elephant made out of probably onyx stone. It's it's nice. It's a little roughly rendered, but I still like it, but not enough to put it in my cart. There's a bobblehead. Pulling back a little bit to see if there's anything else I want to take a look at. On the lower shelf, I noticed this metal car. And these are typically 1970s. They've got this priced at $15 for $14.99. It is a nice piece, and some of this metal art from the 70s is collectible. This is a music box, and the music is not playing. And I typically don't mess with music boxes that don't play because I don't really know how to fix them. On this shelf, I noticed this music box, which is a ceramic. It's got two penguins, and it is Otagiri, which is a good vintage brand. I am not sure if it works, and I'm not able to turn the bottom with one hand, so I put it in my cart to check it out. I also noticed this bottle. This does have some age. It's vintage. These alcohol bottles, I find them cool, but they do not go for very much because they made them to be collectible. So people kept them and, took care of them, so they're not that rare. That was a cool mustache teacup right there, which I thought was painted nicely. And behind it, I noticed this plate. This is a graphic that I love. It is English pottery. It's not very old, but for Halloween, this is exactly the kind of thing that I would probably pick up. And so these two plates go right in my cart. I love the graphics on them, and they're reminiscent. They're depictions of Victorian art, which is fantastic. Love them. I noticed this bird because it's a shape that I really love, which is a very abstract kind of modernist lines. And so I took a quick look at it. I also noticed next to it another piece that I admire. I like wooden vases. This one seems to be relatively contemporary. It was quite lightweight too, which made me think it might be mass produced. And so I left that behind. Then I noticed this cast iron vintage wall candle holder, and it is depicting some sort of worker putting out the lights, the street lights in the old days, which, I think it definitely had age, and cast iron does fairly well for me, so I put it in my cart. Some signs. And down here on the bottom shelf, another piece of metal art. I really like this. This is in the shape of a house. It's almost, I'm not even sure, it almost looks like a bird cage, but I think it's just decorative. It's got a door on it, and it's in the shape of like a Victorian house. Also very cool. So I was super excited to see these items on the shelf. This is Portmeirion Botanical Gardens. This is a china set that I collect. The prices, though, were pretty prohibitive. This bowl at $13 is very much retail. on eBay. This is also some lovely plates, $10 each. Looks like a demitasse coffee cup and saucer. Lovely pieces, but these are all they're priced up for almost at retail, and I'm not going to make money on them. So unfortunately, I'm leaving them behind, even though I collect them. I've mentioned before that glassware just sort of it really intimidates me. I look for colorful pieces and I do look for margarita glasses. That's one of the things I will pick up. And here is a lovely pair. There's actually more, but the matching pair of hand-blown Mexican margarita glass, might be recycled glass. I definitely love this classic margarita glass shape and color, and I am starting to pull them out to see if I have matching pair of two or four or what's going on here. And I noticed that this one has a slightly different shape. You see them next to each other. One's a little more squared off and one's a little rounder. And so I stick with the matching pair of margarita glasses, and those are a fun pickup for me. I do like them, and I think they still sell pretty well on eBay. I should know better than to be in the mug aisle. Never, never really need another mug, but there I am. And of course, I see one that I like. This is a three-dimensional depiction of someone in painter's pants, very 1970s, and it is Enesco, so it's a good old brand. It's fun, and three-dimensional mugs do fairly well for me, and I haven't picked up one for quite a while, so kind of couldn't help myself. So that goes in my cart. Here's another thing that made me sad because this is a gorgeous piece of glass. I'm guessing Blenko from the weight of it. It's an ashtray. The color is gorgeous. They are asking $25 here at Goodwill. That's something I would see it priced at in an antique shop. There's not a whole lot of room for me, so I leave it on the shelf. Sadly, oh my gosh. In the bakeware area, I notice what appears to be a Nordic ware bake pan, and I pull it out, and in fact, it is. Nordic ware is one of those makers that I know you can find pieces that are worth a pretty good profit. In this case, this particular pan does not bring a really high price on eBay, so I put it back on the shelf. Sometimes as sellers, we pick things up not because they're particularly valuable, but because we just love them. And so I'm checking out an area of bakeware and I pick up this set of nested ceramic measuring cups. I just love it. Look at that kitty face. It reminds me of a set I recently picked up for my daughter, so I may give these to her. But how cute is that? Not very old, but adorable. Goes in my cart. In this aisle, I'm usually kind of lucky here, but I'm finding more astronomically priced pieces here at Goodwill. That was $13 for that vintage glass candy dish. This piece of milk glass, they've also got at $13. It's not even Fenton, I don't think. I'm not going to pick those up. Scanning to see if there's a treasure that they might not have noticed. Right there, I'm looking. Sorry, my camera work isn't great. I was looking at the bottom, trying to look at the bottom of that crock. Some bottles here, some heavy ceramic mixing bowls, and over here is a beautiful tea set. Looking at the bottom, this is Pier 1, and they've got this priced really cheap, 99 cents for each cup. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with the pricing here, because I think that is definitely a nice pickup. It's just kind of a hassle to ship, but it was definitely a very nice looking thing. That's beautiful glass there. And this humble little crock catches my eye. It's got drippings on it. It's a vintage grease drippings collector. It is, I just love the style. You know me, I love a good crock. That's what I say. And so I put that in my cart. I definitely think that's going to be a nice pickup right there. Running out of time, one of the last things I see is this big metal bowl. It is so heavy I can hardly lift it, and looking at the bottom I see that it is Lenox for $4.99. So a big beautiful salad bowl with the matching servers by Lenox. They've got priced at a pretty decent price, so even though I can't lift it up with my one hand, I'm going to take it. Still scanning on my way towards the checkout, and I am seeing, I mean, it's piled high with a lot of cool things. That was a really pretty blue and white bowl, and then I see this back here tucked away. I like the glaze a lot. Now this is not an old piece, this is contemporary, and it appears to be a candle holder. I love the abstract look of the fish. I love the glaze on it. It is pottery. It's at a decent price, and I just think this is pretty fantastic. I would love to see this on a patio with a pillar candle, so I'm taking that with me. I don't know much about lamps, but I had to show you these beautiful glass lamp shades here at the Goodwill. They were priced at $75 each, but they are stunning. If I weren't so intimidated by lamps and the like, I might have thought, well, it's just out of my price range too, but I thought they were stunning. Someone's going to have a great day discovering these. Okay, time to do a very quick cart review. I had to put it on slow-mo because I filmed it so quickly. We've got the ceramic fish candle holder, fairly new but pretty cool. Underneath it, I had picked up some sheets for family, so I didn't really show those. Here we've got the Lenox salad server set, and it is complete and in good shape, so I was happy with this as a pickup. Underneath, I've got, and it was hard for me to find a place to put the salad server down, I've got the box of goodies that I can't put my hands on, so I have to find a place to put that down. So here we have the pottery drippings crock that is vintage, and it is looks like it's all intact, which I'm excited about. Underneath it are a box of candles for family, so I didn't show you that. But this is only $3.99. This is definitely a nice pickup. Then we have the 2 margarita glasses. We've got the metal 1970s vintage art that goes back on the shelf. I decide against it. I also decide against this metal decorative house. I do like it. It was just sort of, I had so many other things that I was going to take for sure for reselling, so I left it. Then I've got this vintage Enesco 3-dimensional mug with painter pants. I remember wearing painter pants. Who else remembers doing that? Then underneath the margarita glasses, which are a nice matching pair, there are the, I'm trying to pull them up, I'm not, so I'm just going to say underneath them are the plates, the Halloween themed or vintage themed plates, which are cool. Then we've got the, I can't also pull that out, but we've got the cast iron wall candle holder. Here are the nesting kitty cat ceramic measuring cups. And here is that Otagiri music box. The music did work, so I did decide to take it with me. And there on the bottom is also another candle. A nice haul, nice haul. I think clearly the thing to do at this Goodwill is to find the things that they don't think are worth that much and flip those. I loved finding some bargain basement prices for some things that I think are going to sell pretty well on eBay. I would have loved to pick up that Portmeirion Botanical Garden stuff, but hey, I collect it.
I'm sure I could probably get a better deal on eBay somewhere else. These prices were just too high. A lot of things priced way up here. So you got to find those bargains, which makes the hunting fun. So I had a great time. I hope you did too. Like my channel, subscribe, and come back. We will do this again.